So in order to do question 1, what we have to know is, what are all the angles inside of that polygon going to add up to? Now, if it was a triangle, we would add them to 180. Obviously, it's not triangle. It has 5 sides. It's a pentagon. So what you want to do is this. You're going to use a formula. This is how you do numbers 1 and 2. They're very similar. And the formula is 180 times, with parentheses, n minus 2. And n is equal to the number of sides. So in this case, we have 5 sides for n. 5 minus 2 is 3, so we have 180 times 3, which is 540 degrees. So that's what all of those angles add up to. So what you're going to do is take all of the angles inside for number 1. So we have x plus, we have a 105, we have a 100. What else do we have? 125, and we have 89. Okay, so those are the inside angles. And you set it equal to what the sum of the interior angles is, which is 540 degrees. So this is the equation that you guys have to solve to do number 1. When you do number 2, you're going to do the same thing except for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one has 6 sides. So for number 2, for n, you're going to put in 6, and then you're going to solve it kind of like how I did number 1. But I want you to finish it. Okay, let me show you number 3 though, because 3 is different because the angles are not inside, they're on the exterior, the outside. So in this case, the angles on the outside of a polygon, the exterior angles, they always add up to 360 degrees. So it doesn't matter if it's a pentagon, hexagon, octagon, decagon, doesn't matter. It's going to add up to 360. So here's the equation you would have for number 3. You would add up your exterior angles. So you have x, you have a 90, you have whatever, 78 and an 80. Doesn't matter the order that you write them in. And since they're outside of the polygon, they're always going to add up to 360 degrees. So when you guys try finishing this, you're going to combine like terms and solve for x. Here's a quick refresher with 4, 5, 6. With 4, the opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal. So you're going to take the 21, equal it to the 6x minus 3, and you're going to solve that equation. And then do the other pair of opposite sides. So you're going to set 15 equal to the side across from it, 7y minus 6, and you're going to solve that equation for y. So solve those. Okay, in number 5, when you go from corner to corner, those are called the diagonals. And the rule in a parallelogram is the diagonals bisect each other, which means they cut each other in half. So that means this 12 is going to be equal to the other half, x plus 3. So this is what you do. There's a few questions in the book where you have to do this. Okay, so you're going to solve that. And then the other pair, those are equal to each other as well because the diagonals bisect each other. So 2y minus 1 is going to be equal to 9, and you solve that. Okay, and then the last one, a little hint with number 6, in a parallelogram, the opposite angles are equal to each other. But if you look at this one, we have a slight problem because if I set b, here I'm going to do over here because this is actually not correct. If I go b equals a minus 10, I can't do that because we have 2 different variables. So we're going to have to do something else. So in this problem, instead, what you're going to do is find the common variables, which is the a and the a minus 10 right here. See how these are on the same side? Those angles are consecutive. They're on the same side, which means they add to 180. So you're going to take a and you're going to add it to the angle on the same side, a minus 10, and you set it equal to 180. I want to finish this one just to show you how to get b. Okay, so combine like terms, a plus a is 2a, minus 10 equals 180. You're going to add 10 to both sides. Okay, so we have 2a equals 190. And then after you divide both sides by 2, you are going to get 95. So it says to find the variable, so we have a is 95. Now, in order to find b, b, as I said before, is the same as the angle across from it. So b is equal to a minus 10. So basically what you're going to do is plug in the 95 in for the a here. Let me just kind of come over here with it. So I'm going to put in 95, plug it in, minus 10. 95 minus 10 is 85. And since that angle, that degrees, is the same as the one across from it, b, that means that b is equal to 85 degrees.